everybody. It really is Thursday. How are we doing tonight? I don't think I have the right light set. Who's with me tonight on this Thursday night? Tell me about your day. Hey, Kitty, how are you? Good to have you with us, Kitty. Hey, deja vu, Dennis. Yes, it is. I changed sets, so hey, I'm on a different set right now, so I've at least moved since you last saw me. But great to have everybody here. Tell me what you're grateful for this Thursday evening. This Thursday. What's happening in your world this Thursday evening? I want to know about it. I know I'm way more ish than 8 tonight. Screwing everybody up. I've been more 8 than ish. And then I gotta screw you up and go and be more ish than 8. Yay for negative. Yeah, we've had... It's a growing percentage of our employees who've been tested at least once. At least once. And even our one positive case, I think they were wrong on. But that's just because they were negative and then 3 hours later, supposedly, they were positive. But they live in a small apartment and their husband and child are both negative. So go figure that one out. Hey, Adele and Dazzle are here. Good to have you with us. But I am glad that your employee tested negative. We've had 2 or 3 negatives this week. I'm glad that both testing capacity is increasing, which is super important, as is, in general, the results are coming back faster. In general. It does vary greatly based on where they get tested. And we've seen huge swings in length of time to get tested and get results. So, I mean, it has been interesting from that perspective. But, you know, it is a negative is a wonderful thing, as long as it's not your checkbook. Negative in a medical test is a wonderful thing. It absolutely is. So, but I am grateful that all of you are here tonight. I'm grateful that you're tuning in. I've got a few things tonight. I don't have a deep night tonight because it's late and I am on my downhill slide here tonight. So, hey, Kreta, great to have you here. Good to see you again. So, you know, we're going to make it a speedier night tonight. Because, whoa, it is late. I didn't even realize how late it had gotten. It's been one meeting after another today. So I am zoomed out, but I'm glad to be here with you. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program. If you are following along in the book, tonight we are on page 162. Good morning. I know it seems like everyone left without you for the party. And those stepsisters suck. Suck, I tell you. But us woodland creatures are on your side. Good morning, people. Let's see what I got going on here tonight. I got a little bit of news. I got a little bit of thought-provoking material. A light night. A light night for you. Well, Kitty, let's, hey, Kelly, great to have you stop in to say hello and enjoy the time with your parents. We'll catch you another time live. Hey, Angie, Florida Angie, I think now. Great to have you there. Kitty, my guess is, with your situation. So Kitty's asking, the state of Illinois is recommending people stay at home as much as possible for 3 weeks. There's a lot of things going on to discourage travel right now, okay, or any kind of things. They're really trying to both, tighten up on the real virus cases that are happening, one, and two, to deal with, they don't want people gathering for the holidays, okay? So you're going to see a bunch of tightening between now and the end of the year as people really try to prevent gathering and such. I mean, they're really trying to do that. So Kitty's question is, what do I do with decreased sales over the next 3 weeks? How do I plan for payroll? That's a tough one because I'm almost guessing, especially as you're hitting weather change and things that people need clothes for and other shopping times, that you may see less people, but your sales may not be off as much as you think. And that's hard to plan for, and that's hard to do. I think you're gonna have to you're gonna have to run tight. I mean, we should all be running tight in general, anyways, with payroll. I mean, we've been running a little loosey-goosey because we've been training people up and getting people on board, but you do have to run. Yes, I am hoping that your governor doesn't close the state as well, Kelly. They're really trying not to close states. But you need to run as tight as you can in a general sense, okay? But not, you don't want to lose people, but you do want to run tight. I would have, per se, if you have any extra, put them into revenue generating things such as getting more items on your website, or doing live videos and marketing the business so that they can become revenue generating. Remember, you want to, we have put a huge emphasis on just getting more and more items on our website and generating more and more sales through other means, whether it's through your Facebook Lives, whether it's through your Facebook page. What other ways can they pay for themselves? Is what I'd be looking at, rather than cutting, because you're running lean to begin with. Rather than running leaner, I would be looking at how to do that, especially because I think it's going to be an unknown. People are very, very fatigued, and they aren't into. They're more likely to wear masks and do the right thing that way, but stay in because the governor says so, or the governor suggests so, isn't going to be high on their list. So I think you may end out actually doing better than you think in store. And I also believe that you have other revenue generating opportunities and you should be exploring them all. From your website, from Facebook posting, from Instagram posting to Facebook Live videos. I think you have other opportunities to continue to generate revenue and maintain things through any dips. I think we're going to have in the next, over the next several weeks, I think we're going to have lots of, more roller coasters, but I think it's going to work itself out. I think the roller coasters are going to work themselves out. And I certainly wouldn't buy into an arbitrary government timeline. So that this is not a light switch that the governor is turning on and off. We saw that in the spring. Okay, you can't turn the economy on and off like that. You can't turn people on and off like that. And they don't want to be. So I think we're going to see a different reaction. This is different than it was, and your business is different than it was in March. So I am optimistic for that. And I'm there with you. But that sort of brings me to a quote that I heard. I don't know how many of you watched the CMAs last night, the Country Music Awards, which was done in person, socially distanced. I was impressed. This is the first one of those award shows that was done in person in some form. Everybody had been tested multiple times. They were still distanced. Tables were distanced. People were distanced. But it was, again, a little piece of normalcy. A little piece of normalcy where there are people performing live music and doing things and an award show in person. So that was encouraging. But one of the things that I took away from that, okay, and catching that was this quote I'm going to give you tonight. Okay? And it's sort of, a good place to go with things. Politics divides. Politics divides. Music unites. Politics divides us. Okay? I believe this. You believe that. I disagree with you. No, you're wrong. I'm wrong. But music unites. Music brings people together. Okay? And whether you like country music, or you hate country music, or you like rock and roll, or you like classic rock, or you like heavy metal, or you like jazz, or whatever you like, music unites people. Music unites people. And I thought that was an excellent quote, and excellent in how it brings people together. So, find your togetherness, okay? Find your music to bring you together. One of the stations I'm listening to now on satellite radio, if you get satellite radio, they have a station called Red, White, and Booze. Red, White, and Booze. Not blues, but booze. And it's a mix of country and classic rock and some really old music and some newer music, and it's really just a great mix. But it's upbeat, it's positive. It gets your energy going, and that's part of the way I start my day is get me going. What gets your energy going? If you're doing some YMCA, or you're or how we do it, some NARTS. If you're doing some NARTS, okay, I'm not here to sing or dance for you. But, that unites us. That brings us together. Those types of things is very important. So I like that. One of the other ideas in the conversation I was in today that I thought was really good, a lot of you include a piece of marketing in your packages when you ship a package or you have a bag. And it's kind of, you remember the old Hanes commercials. This underwear was inspected by Inspector 12. You remember the ads? Am I dating myself? This was Inspector 12, and when you got your package of underwear, it had an inspector number. This package was inspected by whoever inspected it. Okay, you always hoped it was Inspector 12, but it never was. You always got Inspector 47, 98, whatever inspector. But it personalized it, okay? So somebody checked your underwear to make sure it was good. And you're like, where the heck is Neil going with inspected underwear tonight? Well, where I'm going is personalizing the package. So when you ship something, and we've got, I know some of you are doing beautiful pink packages like our friends Mary Ann at Best Friends, okay? And some of you are doing plain brown packages or whatever. And most of you are including marketing material in there. But one of the ideas that I got in talking to somebody today was actually signing it by who filled the order. Okay, not some, much like Inspector 12 inspected this package of underwear to make sure it was right. This order was filled by Scott. Okay, this order was filled by Kitty. Thank you for shopping with us. I really appreciate it. Kitty, you're awesome for shopping local. Thank you, Neil. It makes a difference. People have a choice, okay? And creating that connection, like many of you do in your Facebook Lives, where now they know you, or Kitty who does her own radio ads. These connections, okay, are important, and you can do that, okay, in a seemingly impersonal online order, okay, and you can write a quick note on the invoice. It doesn't even have to be a fancy card. On the packing slip, thank you for shopping local, and sign your name to it. Right. Exactly, Angie. Handwritten notes go a long way. In this impersonal world, handwritten notes go a long way. It matters to people. It creates a connection. In this connectless society where we can't hug, where we really shouldn't even elbow bump or fist bump or anything else right now, okay, when we have to stand 6 feet away, okay, and be apart from each other, how do you create connection? How do you be with your customers where they are? Okay, that can be on the side of a curbside pickup bag. You're awesome for shopping local. Thank you. And signing it. Okay, these are things that keep people connected to us. And whatever we can do to help keep people connected to us is incredibly important. People need connection right now. It's part of why you guys tune in every night. It's connection. It's normalcy. So give people that connection. Okay? Give people that connection. Give them a way to connect with you. Okay? Remember, music connects. And unites us. It connects us. Okay, even if it's not your favorite band, your favorite song, it connects us. It tells you something about the person. Me telling you the station that I listen to, that I set my my music to, gives us a different connection than you had with me before. It tells you something about me. The fact that I'm quoting the CMAs, granted, I quote a lot of things, tells you something about me. Okay? These are Right. Chewy.com does it. They do it with venture capital. You can do it. You can do it with the stroke of a pen. Okay? This is what helps create that connection. This is what helps people understand, know, like, and trust you. Okay? And that is so important. So create that connection for people. Be that connection. And be that uniter within your community. Be the music for your community. Okay? You can be the tune. You can be the tune. Oh, I don't even know how to strum a guitar. Okay, I played the clarinet, I guess. Okay. Be the uniter for your community. Bring them together. Where else am I tonight? Let me be the first. Okay, I guess I get to be the first. The other exciting news is earlier tonight, the new Board of NARTS was seated at a meeting earlier this evening, at the annual board meeting earlier this evening. The new Board of NARTS was seated, and let me introduce you to your board. Your new board is NARTS president is Dennis Sewell from Still Goode Consignments in Texas. Your NARTS vice president from across the border in Canada is Glenda, Polak. From another season consignment, also in Texas. We have 2 board members in Texas right now. 2 board members in Texas. Hey, Joanne, great to have you. Kreta Lee is your NARTS secretary. I am your NARTS treasurer. And Chris Swanson is the NARTS director. So that rounds out your new NARTS board for the 2020-2021 board year. So thank you to all the board members for serving. Thank you for Julie Jankowitz, who has now off the board but had served previously, and her term just came up. And thank you to all that are serving. We are a very blessed association to have such a dedicated group of volunteers to serve this association and to steward it forward, especially in these crazy times, to have all these volunteers step up to serve on this board. So it's a true great feeling to have all these people with us. You know, this video and everything that I talk about, it goes over to narts.org/resalestrong by noon the very next day. narts.org/resalestrong by noon the very next day. It all goes there. The documents, anything that I cite, and these videos, and a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can go right to the video, see them all in order, like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you click the bell so you know when a new one drops. But it all gets there by noon the next day, thanks to Cassandra and Adele, who make all of that happen. I am here every night at more 8 than ish, live in the NARTS private Facebook group. You find me here live every night in the NARTS private Facebook group. If you have a question in between you and anyone you know, you just email me. Neil, Neil at ECIstores.com. Neil at ECIstores.com. And I mean that, you and anybody. I take the questions from all. I get these emails. My friend who's a member of NARTS or told me about you or saw your video, and that's okay. I answer all the questions. Just make sure you include your phone number in the email. We start this program every night, with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start. Tonight, if you were not here at the beginning, we are on page 162. Our good morning tonight is good morning. I know without you for the party. And those stepsisters suck. But us woodland creatures are on your side. Our good night tonight is good night. I know it seems like everyone is at the Prince's Ball all the time. But it's okay to go home before midnight. Kick off your shoes! I'm not going anywhere, Kitty. I'm here for you. I'm here for you and everybody else. I'm here. If you read my Narts article, the title doesn't matter. The title doesn't matter to me. It never has. I've never fully understood title except for it's in charge. And if you haven't read my Narts November article, please read it. It's really a great lesson in leadership. I do the things I do not because of the title I have. And title is irrelevant to me. Okay, you could call me the janitor or the cook. I wouldn't be good at either one, but you could call me that, and I'd be fine. You know, I don't need a big title. I don't need accolades. I am here for you, and I'm here to help us all through this. When you tell me you're done is when I will be done. But until then, I'll be back here tomorrow night at more 8 than ish. Until you tell me not to come back, I'll be back tomorrow night at more 8 than ish. But until then, know that you, and you, but most especially you, yes you, you're not alone running this store. It's time for dinner, everybody. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow.